up for me, so everyone step up onto the step, please. This is the fun bit. Right, now we got to do a little bit of explaining. Let's set the scene here. 3 teams are being eliminated from the entire PMWC right here, right now, by you guys, okay? We've got Hustler Crew, we've got TT Project, and we've got ETSH Esports. Look, this is the nature of the competition, but you know, is there anything that you would like to say to those eliminated teams before we have to send their keys down?
Me?
Yes, you.
Nice try and better luck next time, I think.
Nice try, better luck next time. Okay. Would you like to press the button and open up the iris of the Crusher? 3, 2, 1. Nice and smooth, I like it. Okay, gentlemen, this is how the cookie crumbles. We're gonna pull on this lever, and it's going to crush the remaining keys. Would you like to give it a go? Who would like to do it? In 3, 2, 1, pull it! And there they go. Was that satisfying? Was that good? That was good. Satisfying?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Okay, you got to stop doing it, man. Come on. It's all fun and games until someone gets hurt. Now we're going to have to do that obviously again next week, and of course in the survival stage. Plenty of PMWC action to come your way. Congratulations one more time to Team Vitality. What an incredible performance over the last 2 days. But we've got to break down everything we saw today on day 2 of Group B. Let's head back to the studio to do that.
A dominating performance out of Vitality in this past 2 days for Group B. PMWC at EWC 26. This squad was just looking different. You heard it there from Federalis as well today. They were just trying different stuff because they didn't really have to try that hard with how they were able to perform in that first day.
No, they weren't. They had nothing to worry about, nothing whatsoever. I mean, even after 6 matches of all these teams really giving it their all and getting all those points and making some upsets on the leaderboard, which we'll get to later, but there was nothing that anybody could do. They were just far and above beyond. So really nice to see them kind of work on a few other things and try and figure out what they want to do for those finals.
Well, day 2 was just scrims, really.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. But something that we do need to note, as we were able to note it in the past, for India, step up, baby, because it's time for you to shine. You have 2 teams now in the grand finals and getting a chance to maybe, honestly, with the way they've been performing, to end up finishing in the top 5. They have Orangutan, they have Godlike, and boy, have these teams have performed well for India.
There were so many haters, so many doubters, and you know what? Doubters, I was one of them just a few days ago, but we were proven wrong. Orangutan, Godlike, stepping up and making it right into your grand finals. What a step up for the entire country here. And you know what? After their dominating performance, getting 2nd place in their respective groups, they can do it again. Who knows? Maybe a podium is on the line for India.
And there we have the teams that are already in the finals, gonna be waiting from group stages. Sport Thrives, OG, Aurora Gaming, Team Flash, Enigma Galaxy, Vitality, IDA Esports, Godlike Esports, Aura Esports, and S2G as well, Ace.
I mean, look, speaking of step-ups, IDA Esports, S2G, I mean, IDA getting 3 chicken dinners.
Ooh.
And I mean, this is absolute insanity. The way that they were able to go from, I think it was literally about like 15th, not 15th, I'm going to say
They were
13th.
pretty low. They were pretty low.
They were incredibly low on the leaderboard going in today. And now to have 3 chicken dinners, incredible stuff, especially moving into the finals. They finally found their footing and 108 points from them. This was so unexpected from this team, especially going from yesterday, where they just could not even get themselves any eliminations. And now you see them scouting teams, you see them obliterating teams, you see the way that they were able, especially in a spot, able to take on the likes of S2G and their positioning that they had in one of these zones. Incredible stuff from them.
Absolute Turkish domination today. 3 chicken dinners for Ida, consistent podium finishes from S2G, but we have to say there's one massive upset here on our screen.
Yep.
E-Arena. What happened after that initial record-breaking rondo? 39 points on a stadium finish, and after that, they just disappeared and fell out of the top 5. It's not like you had to be number 1, top 5, and they still couldn't make it. What happened to this team?
Neptune more than 1/3 of their points in one match, but they ended up crumbling.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad because E-Arena was one of the teams I was really looking forward to seeing, and we just didn't see anything. Yes, we had a massive record-breaking rondo to start off everything, and you're right, they got a third of the points. Well, where did they go? You said what happened? What did they do after that? The answer is nothing, Max. They did nothing.
Unfortunately, really nothing. Nongshim Red Force, I'm very sad. Day 2 didn't do much. They were very passive, not willing to commit to fights. I think Nongshim Red Force felt the pressure, very indecisive, but here we go. Third page, ETSH, TT Project, Hustler Crew going straight to the airport, straight to Charles de Gaulle. But Dopeness, that third party chasing down Horror after they were fighting onto Alpha 7. That was literally their lifeline at PMWC. Yep. They don't go for that big play. Chances are, Dopeness do not make it to the finals. So good to see Japan will make it to that survival stage.
It's pretty dope of them. Sorry.
Oh, you did not just say that.
Pretty dope of them. No, but look, this is going to sound crazy, but TT Project, I really think people deserve it, right? Everyone deserves it. They deserve to be here, but I feel like TT Project was showing up in so many ways across the games, and I feel like they sort of deserve to go to that survival round with the way that they were playing. But I mean, sometimes it just takes, you know, we see from E-Arena, sometimes it just takes this one game to absolutely pop off, get that ball rolling and move their way up on that leaderboard. But I mean, Team Dopeness, if they can bring this same, there we go, energy and that exact same composition, they might have a fun time in survival stage.
Yeah, I was looking at the leaderboard there, especially in the top 5, and something that did end up impressing me that we have to make sure we point out was Godlike's eliminations, because there were a lot more eliminations than what Orangutan was able to get, which was one of my biggest feedback for some of that squads, right? You got to be able to match the aggressiveness that the lobby is currently giving some of these teams, and with the way that Godlike was able to perform here, being aggressive, getting those eliminations, it puts them in such a great spot when we end up going to the finals. And for India, I am just happy by the way these teams are performing. The scrims, the international scrims are paying off for these squads, and everything is looking good as we see the qualified teams to survival stage.
Oh, you know what? I am so excited to see both of the Indian teams coming on to the finals, but we're looking at the survival stage here, and that's what we're going to be focusing on until next weekend, right? We're going to be looking at ULF, AGAL, GOAT Team, Furia, E-Arena, Nongshim, Alpha 7. The list goes on, and already I'm seeing some massive players here, Max. That is just going to be insane going in. We're going to have a great 2 days ahead of us.
It's honestly, it's an intense lobby. Every single time, I feel like we end up saying this, Max. This is one of the best lobbies we have seen so far. Going into that survival, that could end up being a grand finals lobby. That's how stacked it is. One surprise that we got a chance to see there from that graphic is Furia and Alpha 7. Alpha 7 was expected because of the way they've been performing, but for Furia, we expected a lot more. Hopefully, they got a chance to see what happened here in Group B, and they can turn it around in survival.
And they need to step up massively. But you know what? Hey, Alpha 7 surviving the group stage. Oh my goodness, what is going on? It happened! It happened! They made it to the next stage here at PMWC, even though that Brazil, we need to see a step up, right? So far, none of the teams of that region have qualified for the finals. It will be very weird to not see any Brazilian representation into the finals. So very excited to see how that's going to go down for them. But you know what? Talking about the group of death, is it Group A? Is it Group B? I think it's the survival stage, because oh my goodness, that is stacked as hell.
It will be. It will be. Well, let's see who was the MVP of this group, as we got the top 5 players, and no surprise that we have 3 players of Vitality Race coming out on top there with the 30 eliminations. But yes, S-Power, no fear as well, making sure that it wasn't just a full domination from Vitality Lace.
Yeah, look, what a great catch-up, especially from Godlike there. I mean, this was their sort of day to shine in that certain section. Yeah, no one's catching Vitality, guys, okay? I told you at the start, you're like, Lace, why do you keep harping on about them? This is why! This is why! Do you see the cohesiveness of this team? You see the damage output that they are able to get, and it's not just from one shining star. It's from over half of the roster.
Yeah, look, it's Ray there. It's my boys, Ray, the Ray duo.
Hey, Ray.
Hey, Ray. Is that sticking? Are we keeping that?
Yes,
I kind of like
absolutely.
it.
I like it. Let us know on social media. Use that hashtag EWC and hashtag EWC26.
Hashtag Ray.
And hashtag Ray.
Hey, Ray.
if we end up seeing that, if it actually sticks, that'll be amazing. Before we end it here, what are we looking for? We do, by the way, for everybody currently watching at home, don't forget, we won't be on tomorrow, but we will be on the day after that on Tuesday, which, if I'm correct, if my math serves me right, it will be August 11th is when we'll be back with Survival Stage. Anything that you're looking forward to in Survival?
Nongshim to be number 1.
Oh, that's a hell of a
They're going
prediction.
to win Survival Stage. I know they will.
Okay, I take that prediction. And for predictions, don't forget to go to the EWC app because you will be able to put in your predictions as well. Let us know how you guys are doing so far because your predictions list have been pretty spot on. What are you looking for, Survival?
Okay, this is not going to be like a spot-on prediction, but this is going to be a prediction that I really want to see, and it's AGAL make it into the finals because I want to segue into the club championship and what they're able to do. Sorry, Falcons, but I want a different club to win, so I hope AGAL can push their way into the finals and get them some more points to carry on flying over the Falcons.
Okay, Vitality isn't looking bad either. I mean, right now, we even got Killer Joe from GOAT Team saying, just give him the trophy. Hold on, slow down. We still got a lot more games here for PMWC at EWC 26. Max, how about you?
I mean, look, Nongshim, Red Force, Furia, they're kind of the obvious ones. I'm going to say Tiamba. I was very disappointed with how they played back in PMMI, right, the Macau Invitational. I was like, okay, this team, I think top 5 is possible. And today, just no aggression, very indecisive. And I was very surprised, especially with a player such as QZZ on the lineup. I was like, what's happening? This team slowed down to an absolute halt. So Tiamba, I would say, is a team that, alongside AGAL that you mentioned here, Lace, I need to see more presence going into that survival stage.
I want to see more presence too. And that could be one team that ends up benefiting of going to Survival. Alpha 7 is on that list as well. Teams that have been trying different stuff, but honestly, this was how it was played for group stages. Not no more. Now, when we end up going to Survival Stage, it is going to be about being in the top 6 if they want to make it to the finals. If you don't end up being in the top 6, your butt is gonna go home and you're not gonna be able to play for even more prize pool here at PMWC at EWC 26. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been the 7WG joined by Lace, Maxman, and Neptura. Thank you so much for the amazing fun. Hopefully you guys didn't get a concussion from when I hit you with the chicken leg, but we will see you Tuesday, August 11th for the start of Survival Stage.